You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Oh, this is one of those videos I love doing. When things that the Social Justice Brigade, in this case, the woke Washington football team, I'm sorry, they're still the Redskins. They'll always be the Redskins. Where I come from, they have always been the Redskins. And I was never offended by their name. And look, multiple polls over time showed that the majority of Native Americans were not offended by the Redskins' names, nor are they offended by the Braves or the Chiefs or any of these other Native American names. But that is not what the woke mob, the woke social justice mob, will, of course, lead you to believe. There's outrage. There's pounding the table. Even people like where I got this article, Mike Florio, I have listened to him run his mouth about the Redskins' name for I don't know how long. Well, sometimes little things happen and they make you smile, like in the case of this story. Very quickly, make sure you go over and check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Exclusive content from myself and John Matrix, 3 different membership levels available. Articles are incoming on that website as well as some free content over there. We are really trying to grow that website as a potential alternative to YouTube eventually, so go over and check that out. Let's get to this story from Florio. And this is a little poetic justice. This makes me laugh. U.S. Patent and Trademark Office rejects the first application for the Washington football team trademark. Oh, this is funny as hell. Last year, the Redskins dumped its controversial nickname, adopting the Washington football team. Instead, let's just recognize how ludicrous it is that not only did you dump the name, but you can't find a new name. It is utterly ridiculous. So now you are known as the Washington football team, and the Cleveland Indians are cruising down the same path of becoming the Cleveland baseball team. I shit you negative. At a time when consideration has been given to making that non-name the permanent name of the team, a decision from a federal agency with jurisdiction over these matters dealt the franchise a setback. We bent our knees, both knees, to the mob, the social justice mob, and now the U.S. government has rejected our generic name. Via Sam Fortier of the Washington Post, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has refused the franchise request for trademark protection of the Washington football team name. The agency concluded that the name refers to a geographic area that is too generic, the name sounds utterly ridiculous, and that the notorious trademark squatter Martin McCauley already has submitted an application for the name. The first conclusion seemingly would be invalidate McCauley's claim to the name as well. It's only the beginning, not the end. The process will continue, and the outcome of the process has no relevance on whether the team can keep and use the name. The only question is whether the name can be protected for marketing purposes. How funny would it be if the Redskins have to say this name, but they won't have exclusive rights to the name, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry can sell their merchandise that says WFT or whatever. That's more than enough to push the team towards a different name. Indeed, the team faced an extended attack on the trademark rights of its prior name under the notion that if the trademark rights were scrapped and anyone and everyone could sell merchandise bearing that name, the team would abandon it. Thus, if the WFT ultimately can't be legally protected, the team will find a name that can be protected, other than the one they abandoned last year, presumably. How funny is it that the Redskins made this change? They cannot settle on a new name, so in the meantime, they have to use a name that everybody can sell merchandise under. I mean, that's hilarious. Just print up T-shirts. Black and White Sports, just print up Washington football team T-shirts. And they can just say, WFT, you suck, for changing the name. This is hilarious. This is what happens when you make a change due to the woke mob. Not because you felt like it just needed to be changed. You wanted a new nickname. You know, the Washington Bullets went to Washington Wizards, etc., etc. But because you bent the knee to social justice, you made a rash decision, a harsh decision, that didn't need to happen. I've said it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We've got a large Native American audience on this channel, on all of our channels. We have for quite some time. Most are very conservative in their viewpoints, and they are animated about the fact they have never been offended by any of these Native American names. In Cleveland, the Indians are running into the same thing. I did a video just a while back. The Cleveland Indians don't know what their name's going to be either. And they come right out and said, the owner said, wow, this is a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. I mean, you idiots, come on. Number one, you're going to make a terrible decision for the city and the club, but you have no actual plan to get a name, settle on a name, vote on a name, trademark a name, and until then, you're now the generic Washington football team, and it's bit you in the ass. The U.S. government has stepped up and said, we're not protecting that name. We're not protecting it. It's too generic. It's dumb is what it is. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports fans. I find this hilarious that this is happening to the Washington woke skins. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.